Panther people, what up? We're going to talk about training camp. It is next freaking week. And of course, those black helmets. Come on now. Watch your Panthers post to Phil Perkins. Thanks for joining. If you are new here, you skipped the last episode, which is okay. You can still check it out. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know your boys got some merch. I've always liked customizing clothes. Always. Even the weird ways, I would put a sheriff badge on my baseball hat. I'd always put some embroidery. I'll go to a lids or something like that, customize my Blue Jays hat, all that business. So now that I have a YouTube channel and I have a passion with a community like you guys, I decided let's make some cool Panthers merch. So if you click the link below, I got a Baker Mayfield. The bake shop is open. The bake show is open. That's what it says on the chest. And you got Baker Mayfield rocking that number 6 in Carolina black. Might have to change it up to put the black helmet, to be honest, because that thing looks amazing. More on that a little bit later. But yeah, click the link below. Do what you got to do. Only ships to the U.S., unfortunately, but according to the stats, like 98% of you are in the States. So if you want to support the show, you want to support the new quarterback who could be the quarterback of the future, make sure to click the link, grab a shirt. When you do get it, I know one of y'all did, take a photo. If you're going to a game, if you're watching with your friends, you're going to a tailgate, something like that, take a photo, tag me. And then I'll put it up on the show, and I just appreciate the support. Let's talk about the most important thing, the thing that we've been talking about literally for years. The black helmets. The fact that they were silver to begin with, I understand it is the mint city, so maybe mint, making coins or something, and then coins are silver. Maybe that works out in that way, but the Panther is black. It is a black animal. All right? It's not yellow. It's not orange. It's not red. It's not green. It's black. And the fact that they didn't have black helmets to begin with is weird. But the way you can change a helmet, you could do whatever you can to change a helmet, but you could really mess those up too. Look at the Jacksonville Jaguars with that, Guinness beer gradient helmet back in the day. They immediately changed it after one season. The Panthers executed this so perfectly. It was a mix of, fan mock-ups of what they wanted helmets to be, and then added a little bit of professionalism as well with the raised Carolina up front. I didn't know they were going to put those stripes back there, but they made it a matte black helmet, which is amazing. And then the Panther itself is not just your regular Panthers logo. There's no white finishing, no white touches. It's just Carolina blue and black. And then they got the stripes and the matte and the popping out Carolina. And then in the back with the numbers, black and blue, not black and white or red and or blue and white. It just fits so well with the way the uniform is. It actually refreshes the uniform. And I know we saw, in all black, Brian Burns and Jeremy Chin doing their thing there. But honestly, I know they're only wearing it at least that one time against the Atlanta Falcons on Thursday Night Football. But you could really use that with all the different variations. Imagine that black helmet with that blue with black pants or white pants. Amazing. Or just that with white and black. Or that with the black and blue. Just there's so many variations. The color scheme is arguably one of the best in the NFL, and it just works so well because that silver just kind of pops out as weird. All black in the silver helmet, all blue with the silver helmet just looks weird. But all blue with the black helmet with a hint of blue looks absolutely amazing. You look good, you feel good, you play good. I don't care if that's bad grammar. That's the way it's always going to be. And man, I think the players. I know the Atlanta Falcons are going to be wearing their throwbacks with the red helmets. But I think in this situation, the Panthers are going to come out firing. And I'm already going to say, they're winning that game just because they look so good. These are the topics. These are the things and images I'm going to be looking out for into this training camp. And I don't know why this is so important to me. I think it's because it's something that they keep talking about. And it's not number one in priority. But I want to see a Deontay Brown lose his weight. I don't know why that's important to me. I think the image of him as an Alabama player just ducking down, looking absolutely like a steamroller, kind of like Bowser with Mario or Bulbasaur or what was his name? Oh my gosh, not Bulbasaur, not Squirtle, Blastoise. Looking like Blastoise out there with Pokemon, the OG, red and blue. And the fact that he just hasn't made it on the field because he just can't get into shape. I just want him to get into shape so he can be healthy and also he can play football and make a lot of money and contribute to this team. Excited for the joint practices with the New England Patriots. It seems like the Panthers and the Patriots are kind of like sister cities right now. Obviously, remember in Panther Confidential. Seems like Matt Rule and Bill Belichick have some kind of rapport where it was Matt Rule that orchestrated the trade with New England to get Matt Corral. So you got the two teams that are facing off each other. And as I mentioned in the last episode, make sure to check it out. Daniel Jeremiah and Bucky Brooks talking about how those joint practices between the Patriots and the Panthers are so important. Maybe not for the Patriots because Mac Jones is their starter, but for the Panthers, that's going to allow them to choose, besides the preseason games, but that's going to be that first taste of enemy fire that's going to let them know, hey, is Sam Darnold our guy? Is Baker Mayfield our guy? Or is Matt Corral suddenly our guy all of a sudden? PJ Walker, I don't think he's going to be on the team. I'm sorry. But I'm really excited to see what comes out of those joint practices against the Patriots. I'm going to be excited to see who steps out of that because, as I mentioned in the last video, I don't know how they're going to divvy it up in preseason. Are they going to put their potential starting quarterbacks out there in preseason game 1 and 2, or is all just going to be Matt Corral and PJ Walker be still on the team? So I think those practices is going to be really important for them to determine who's going to be their starter week 1 against Josh Rosen and the Cleveland Browns. But I really don't think in the end, I don't think there's a QB controversy. If you take a look at what happened between Charlotte FC and Chelsea, who was out there is basically some of the leaders on that squad, especially on offense. You had DJ Moore and Baker Mayfield together saying hi to fans. Baker rocking this beautiful 47 brand snapback hat, rope hat. I want it. Doesn't ship to Canada. Anyways, but they had him trotting out there in front of David Tepper's pride and joy. Instead of Sam Darnold. I don't know where Sam Darnold's at. Maybe he's on vacation, but that's kind of your starting quarterback. That is basically getting your starting quarterback, and that's kind of like your little pep rally for him in the full Bank of America Stadium. Taking a look at him and the offensive weapons he has at his disposal, I think it's a wrap, really. So Terrace Marshall, number 88, big 88, man. Like I'm a loser. I've already seen some, 2023 way too early NFL mock drafts with the Panthers picking a wide receiver in the first round, but mind you, they're predicting the Panthers picking the top 10, so Matt Rule's gone, so say what you want about that pick. Might be a quarterback. But it has the Panthers thinking, and this is the read-up that I got, was that, maybe they found something with Matt Corral to be the quarterback of their future, so give him another weapon on top of what he's got already. Maybe Robbie Anderson is gone by that point, but they're picking a wide receiver in the first round. You won't need to do that if someone like Terrace Marshall steps up like the way Christian McCaffrey, who is a workaholic, says that Terrace Marshall's already doing in practice. So I'd love to see Terrace Marshall, especially in those aforementioned joint practices with the New England Patriots, just dominate some NFL starting caliber corners, some safeties out there using his body, mismatches with linebackers. I feel like Terrace Marshall could come alive and hopefully translates what he did last year in the preseason. As long as he just stays healthy as well, I'd really like to see the ascendance of 88. I hope this is his year. That first year was kind of a red shirt, kind of get the speed of the NFL while getting healthy and hopefully puts it to task. He seems to be working out according to his Instagram, so I'm really excited to see what he does there because it automatically makes someone like Robbie expendable, maybe package him later in the year to try to get some extra help if the Panthers start actually doing pretty good. Another thing I'd like to see, again, back with the joint practices and maybe just against their own friendly fire as well, but have you guys seen Ikem Ekwonu working out right now? Have you seen that guy? If you don't follow him on Instagram, that guy is literally like one hamburger away from being the Hulk. His traps are bigger than Mount Rushmore. Forget building the facility on Rock Hill. You could just build them on Ikem Ekwonu's shoulders. That man is gigantic. Do not be mistaken by the glasses that he wears and the big smile he's got. The family man, Charlotte, that guy's a monster. He will rip your face off with his pinky. And I'm really excited to see what he does, how big he gets, because honestly, from draft night to that photo of him with his monster traps, I think he looks like he's gained about 15 to 20 pounds of muscle. Just ridiculous. Super excited to see what Ikem Ekwonu has to do. Speaking of rookies, we kind of had a redshirt season. Really, really, really excited to see the combination of J.C. Horn, who is back with Dante Jackson. That kind of almost, it feels like that defensive backfield, which we don't talk about much, because there weren't any really big free agency acquisitions. Xavier Woods, I think, is a great veteran add, but it's almost like they got another free agent, a really young free agent in J.C. Horn, because they didn't have him last year because of that injury in week 3 or week 4 against the Houston Texans. And I think it's going to be great to see him just doing his thing out there, feeling healthy, feeling free. Again, checking out his social media. If you don't follow all the Carolina Panthers on their social, you don't see what they're doing in the offseason, but he seems to be just putting in work, rocking the helmet. That guy doesn't work out without a helmet. His head is in the game all the time. So super excited to see him working against our first team guys, against the New England Patriots guys as well. Picking off Mac Jones 2 or 3 times in those joint practices. I just can't wait. I'm really excited to see the first fight and who it's between. Remember when I think it was the Super Bowl year, Josh Norman and Cam Newton scrapped, and it was awesome. And I'm in Canada, so, hockey and fighting, that's like normal. It's celebrated. Not as much. But I wonder who that fight's going to be between. I see Shaq Thompson getting grill to grill with Deontay Foreman. That's what I see happening. I see those guys, and I see something like Foreman going a little too hard on the block during practice, like on day 2, and it's stupid hot, and they're a little bit underslept. Maybe they went out last night. I can see the first fight between Deontay Foreman and Shaq Thompson, and it's going to make the rounds, and it's going to make everybody, but 2 heavyweights, because they're 2 big dudes, and those 2 get into a fight. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are looking forward to in training camp. Who are you looking forward to see step up? Who are you looking forward to see just make some noise and ready to just gas you up for this season? Tell me about the black helmets. How do you feel about the people were hitting me up? I didn't even post a video when it happened. People telling me about the gosh darn black helmets. I see you, Walt G. You're the one that commented on that about, Temper's listening, getting those black helmets for the fans. So let me know how you feel with the black helmets. Training camp. If you want to get a shirt, you got questions about the shirt, let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at PanthersPost1. Instagram as well, same name. See you guys. I'll do a training camp recap next week.